The continued assault of severe storms, typhoons, and torrential rains on the country has left communities near and far underwater, fields of green and agricultural ruin, homes in disrepair, and schools in suspended class activities. To ensure continuity in student learning, the DepEd has conceived a backup scheme, which was just set in stone, as our Kenneth Paciente sheds more light on it in this story.
With the opening of classes in public schools now moved to June, frequent rains and occasional weather disturbances have once again become a challenge for students. That's why Jewel can't help but worry when classes get frequently suspended by schools.
Nababawasan po kasi yung pagkatuto nila sa loob ng klase.
To ensure that children continue learning even during bad weather and typhoons, the Department of Education, or DepEd, will now implement a standard policy on alternative learning. During the 39th Executive Committee meeting of the department, the strengthening of the Learning Continuity Plan was discussed, which will serve as a guide for schools whenever there is Typhoon Signal Number 2. According to Education Secretary Sonny Angara, students will immediately shift to alternative learning from their homes once Signal Number 2 is announced. He said this is a response to the recommendation of EDCOM 2 to minimize student learning loss amid the intensifying effects of climate change in the country. He also emphasized the important role of teachers, parents, local governments, and schools in the successful implementation of the new policy.
Maganda rin naman po kaysa pumabasa rin naman po yung mga bata kung gaya po pag bagyo, malakas ang ulan, kawawa rin po yung mga bata, magkakasakit naman po kung pipilitin nila pumasok.
That is much better kasi talagang, kumbaga, continuous yung learning, di ba? So yun naman yung aim din natin na hindi sila parang mababakante sa bahay.
Senator Sherwin Gatchalian meanwhile urged DepEd to ensure that schools have adequate capacity to properly and effectively implement the alternative learning modality. It can be recalled that President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. recently led the installation of internet connections in select schools. He also spearheaded the launch of National Fiber Backbone Phases 2 and 3, which involves 1,781 kilometers of fiber optic cables in Cagayan Valley, Calabarzon, Bicol, Eastern Visayas, and Regions 10 and 11 in Mindanao. This initiative aims to provide wider internet connectivity for all, including students. Kenneth Paciente from the National TV Network for a new and better Philippines.